I'm now joined by one of the women's lacrosse team's own freshman midfielder, Kerrigan Miller. Kerrigan, thank you so much for coming and chatting with me today.
Thank you for having me.
All right, let's get right to the lacrosse team. As we were talking about just a second ago, you guys are currently ranked number 9. You're coming off a dominating 2 wins over the weekend to Oregon and to San Diego State, but you're playing a top-ranked opponent this week in Colorado. How has your team been preparing for this game? Is it any different from kind of the last few games that you've played?
We definitely know how important this game is. Not only just towards our season and our overall rankings at the end of the season, but just growing as a team. We've said from the beginning that we want to get better and better each game, and we're looking at this game Friday as an opportunity to do that. So prep this week will be huge.
Yeah, I can imagine coming in to play number 6 team in the nation. Obviously that prep will be very important. But it's not just that you're playing a top-ranked team, you're also playing at the Coliseum. So a very historic venue, I'm sure, for everyone on the team. But you as a freshman, I assume you've never played there before. Is that adding any pressure to you that this game is going to be at such a historic venue?
No pressure added, more of like a way to hype it up, I guess. And yes, I've never played at the Coliseum, but I've heard all about it. And it's our senior day, so it definitely will be a big aspect to the seniors who are playing.
Let's touch on those seniors right now. I know we were talking about Michaela Michael, but there's a slew of other seniors. I think we were talking about earlier that all of the seniors on your team actually start for the women's lacrosse team, so a huge presence. Have they been important to you as a freshman and kind of learning kind of the ins and outs of playing at the collegiate level? And, you know, what have you taken from them this season?
Definitely. I think all of the seniors have paved the way, not only for the freshmen, but the entire team and all the underclassmen, and we're extremely grateful for them. They definitely did an awesome job of just taking us under their wing and making the transition from high school play to college play much smoother.
Yeah, let's talk about you specifically. Obviously, you're just a dominating presence on the field. I was looking at your stats. I think 26 goals, 29 ground balls, just a presence up and down the field. So was it difficult for you coming in, making that transition? I know you said the seniors made it a lot easier, but to have such a dynamic performance in your freshman season, what do you attribute to that success?
I think the hardest point of my transition was kind of the role I played on the team. Mm-hmm. I was never really a goal scorer, or I was very much a defensive midfielder, so I've kind of had to change my role as an offensive-minded player, which is hard to do. And the seniors, being that most of the seniors are on the attacking side, definitely made it a lot easier for me to transition into that.
Great. All right, so I know lacrosse is probably the one huge thing on your mind right now, but we're going to swipe lacrosse off the table. I know you're from New York, moved out to California for college, have spent about almost 2 semesters here, so almost about a year here. Mm-hmm. So we're going to play a little rapid-fire game if you're up to it, New York versus California.
Sure.
All right, let's go. Okay, first up, better pizza.
New York.
All right, I expected that one. Better attitude.
New York.
Okay, better beaches.
California.
There we go, we got one. Best accent.
New York.
I
Long Island.
The Long Island. I know I haven't heard anything come out. Better sports teams.
Ooh, I'm gonna say New York.
Okay, better weather.
California.
Okay, and last one is better nightlife.
California.
Okay, so about 50-50 on that one. You can be an East Coast and a West Coast type of gal.
Absolutely.
All right, thank you so much for joining me and for playing that game.
Thank you, guys.
I sprung that on you. All right, well, you can catch Kerrigan and the rest of the women of Troy this Friday at the Coliseum as they take on Colorado.